Today, we're diving into a really short but incredibly powerful story about a personal journey. It's a story of transformation that all starts with one single, profound challenge. Let's get right into it. So the story kicks off right here. Just try to imagine that for a second. Arriving in a brand new country, a place that's just full of promise, but you can't read the signs, the forms, not even a simple book. This one sentence really sets the stage for an amazing story of struggle and, ultimately, resilience. Okay, so let's start where it all began, with that first huge hurdle, starting your life over from scratch. It's what the author describes as a constant uphill climb. Now, this is what I find so interesting. The author does mention advantages. We don't know exactly what they were, but you can kind of guess, right? Maybe it was a fresh perspective or seeing the world without the filter of written words. But the source is absolutely clear on one thing. The disadvantages were just overwhelming. The whole experience was defined, almost completely, by the challenges. And look, this wasn't some problem that got solved in a week or even a month. The author really makes it a point to say this was a long and complicated time in their life. That simple statement, wow, it just speaks volumes about the kind of persistence and endurance you'd need day in and day out. So let's see how this builds, because the struggle wasn't just practical, you know? It wasn't just about filling out forms. It carried this deep psychological weight, all rooted in the incredible power that words hold over us. The author uses one specific word to really capture this feeling: humbling. And this definition just nails the core emotion. It's not just about being frustrated. We're talking about something that fundamentally changes how you see yourself compared to everyone else. And this right here, this is such a powerful and vulnerable thing to admit. Can you imagine looking at someone doing something as simple as reading a menu and seeing them as fundamentally superior to you? It just gives us this raw, unfiltered look into the real emotional toll of this journey. But then the whole story pivots. You know, every great journey has a turning point, and in this one, it wasn't some solitary achievement. It was a shift from I to we. And it was all thanks to the power of friendship. And with that big shift, the whole perspective changed. The very thing that was once a source of feeling small became a source of actual beauty. The process of learning, of finally unlocking this world of words, it became the most rewarding part of the entire experience. So how did this incredible change happen? Well, it wasn't through some formal program or institution. It was because of people. Specifically 3 people. This number, 3, it's the catalyst for the entire transformation. It represents the 3 friends who really truly made all the difference. And here's how that profound impact played out. It all started with finding friends who genuinely understood the struggle. And from that understanding, a lifelong bond was created. And we're not talking about a temporary connection. The author is still in touch with one of them to this day. So this brings us to the single biggest piece of advice from this entire story, something born directly from experience. The key element wasn't just having friends. It was finding friends who really get the journey you're on. That shared understanding, as the author tells us, is everything. All right, so after that long climb, after the emotional weight and that huge turning point of friendship, we finally arrive at a new chapter. The resolution to this long and complicated story. This timeline really lays it all out, doesn't it? You can see the entire arc right here, starting with that uphill climb and the humbling struggle, then hitting that pivotal moment with the power of friends, which leads directly to where the author is today. A happy ending. It's just a complete transformation. And in the end, it's put so simply, so definitively. After everything they went through, the outcome is just crystal clear. Those 6 words, they carry the weight of the entire experience, and they deliver this really satisfying conclusion. The journey was absolutely worth it. And you know, that really leaves us with a final thought. This story is such a powerful reminder of the incredible impact people can have on our lives. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? As you go about your own journey, who are the people, the 3 or 2 or maybe even just 1, who have truly made the difference for you?